Wolf Bitches, welcome to Muttley's Musical Musings, episode 4, I Pity the Fool. Today's the 1st of April, so in line with shenanigans and tomfoolery and japes and pranks that usually occur on this day, I have decided to do my top 5 favourite songs to do with fools or fooling. I'll get straight into it. Number 5 for me is Leppard. The song is Foolin, and it's off this album here, Pyromania. It's the first album to feature Phil Collen on guitars, replacing Pete Willis. That's Phil Collen, the guitarist, not the drummer. And speaking of drummers, this is the last album to feature Rick Allen's left arm. You know what I'm referring to, the tragic accident he had his arm amputated. Still an amazing drummer. Cracking album. It's the last of their really heavy stuff. Check it out. Check out the song Foolin. There will be a link in the description below to the music video for that. I shall hope you enjoy. Number 4 for me is off this album here, Who's Next? And the song, those of you who know the band, is Won't Get Fooled Again. Brilliant song. I haven't got much more to say about that album. I was supposed to see The Who on Monday. Unfortunately, due to the whole COVID-19 fiasco, outbreak, whatever you want to refer to it as, most gigs and shows have been cancelled, which is probably the sensible thing to do. Being postponed till next year, I hope. So a bit disappointed. Would have been the first time seeing them live. Moving on to number 3. Unfortunately, I don't have a physical copy of this album anymore. It got misplaced many years ago. I do have the digital version. The song is Nobody's Fool by Cinderella, off their first album, Night Songs. A little tidbit of information for you is they were discovered by another big band, and I'll send you on a little bit of a wild goose chase / treasure hunt, whatever you want to call it. If you look for the song Somebody Save Me, watch the music video. The band that discovered them is featured in the end, so that's a little bit of a spoiler for the end of that music video, by the way. Enjoy. Number 2, Black Sabbath, the song Mob Rules, title track. Fantastic album. Now, the description below will have the music videos for everything, including this. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a legit version of this under this name, but there is a Heaven and Hell live from, I think it was 2005. It's the exact same lineup, they just had a different name change because of reasons. Have a watch of them all below and enjoy that. He does a massive scream at the start of that. And here is my number 1 favourite song to do with fools of all time. It is off this album, and the song is Fool for Your Lovin'. I prefer this version than the later version, which was in 1989 from Slip of the Tounge album. Also, if you look at the front, you might see some other familiar faces. There is John Lord, and there is Ian Pace. That is not Richie Blackmore, just to point out. So that features, no, there's John Lord. That's Mickey Moody. Sorry, guys. And that's Ian Pace. It's hard doing it backwards. It's the moustache, see? Anyway, I'm prattling on. So you've got Ian Pace, John Lord, and David Coverdale, and you all know which band that should come from, I hope. They're all former Deep Purple members. So have a listen to that as well. There'll be a music video to the original version. I might actually, just for curiosity's sake, have the 80s version in there so you guys can decide for yourselves which version you like. And as you're all aware, ordinarily I would be doing a giveaway from a new wave of classic rock band. Unfortunately, with the whole COVID-19 thing, people are encouraging us to stay at home unless absolutely necessary, so I'm not going to burden our Royal Mail Postal Service with unnecessary parcels. Speaking of which, as you all know, I'm insane and want to own a lot of music I'll put that in the description, how many and why. It's 11,680 albums. On the plus side, I've been ahead of the curve, so I've actually got enough in the post from orders pre-lockdown and been ahead of the curve generally anyway this year. So I'm covered till mid-July anyway. Hopefully by then, just normal life shall be resuming. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you actually find this interesting. Please tell me, guys, if you want to see me do any kind of other topics or style of videos. Any band recommendations, mention below. If I don't own it already, I will go and buy it, and then I may end up doing some other videos as a spin-off series, but too early for thinking of that. Saying what I think of those albums you recommend. Stay home, stay safe, love and sausages, and don't forget, if you listen to Fools, the mob rules.